Welcome to Daily Meditation with Sangha Live. Good morning, friends. Nice to see you all arriving, checking in. Just, that sense we have. I haven't spoken about it for a long time, but just, it's very beautiful. Just that sense of kind of inclusion and participation and coming together. And hello, Natasha. I'm just noticing just some very old friends, and just sitting as I was chanting before opening the room, just seeing your names and the myriad places you're from, and that sense, on the one hand, of this great geographical spread, and yet the same sense as if really we're kind of entering the hall together. And maybe you have that kind of feeling or the cellular memory, of times on retreat, entering the Dharma hall in the early morning. It's still dark and you're sleepy. And maybe we were one of the first to arrive, in that sense of there being hardly anybody in the room, but the feeling of presence. Meditation, devotion, heart, pain, a willingness of people to sit with that which can be difficult. That feeling somehow is there in the atmosphere. Or maybe you're one of the last to arrive and people are already sitting, and you kind of pick your way amongst the cushions and find your spot. And just seeing your names and offering the little bit of chanting before we start. It's amazing, right, that we can be each in our own place, at home or away from home. I saw some of you, like Joss is in Lanzarote, away from home, and then just, but still connecting. Open the laptop, come into the Dharma hall, settle. Feel that sense of Sangha. And that's why actually that scrolling text at the side where you just say hello and maybe say where you are and all, it's why that's such an intrinsic part of the sitting here, right? Imagine if the chat box wasn't there and it's just me sitting here talking to a kind of theoretical group of people. No, it wouldn't be the same. And I think that's also helpful to reflect on, that sense of our participation in Sangha, right? That we co-create, you could say, this practice space together, this heart space together. And as such, and again, you've probably heard me say, we may have heard me say this before, but when we sense that a quality of community, Sangha, it's easy to feel, oh yeah, it's a good thing, and I'm fortunate because it's good that there are other people here for me, and that's true. Other people supporting you to sit. You come here, and there's some hundreds of other friends actually sitting with us. Beautiful. So that's one aspect, but equally important to remember: you're giving your support. Other people are benefiting from your presence here. So that we don't just feel like, oh, this is something I'm getting. Right? It's beautiful. Yes, you are. If you feel like you're getting some benefit, you're receiving some support, wonderful, wonderful. Please drink it in. Drink in the sense of community and support. And don't forget that you're providing support. You're offering support. You're giving support. You are one of this great number of people sitting here that others see and benefit from. And there's a kind of wholeness, right? A wholeness of Sangha, a wholeness of support, in that a support that's, we could say, both given by our own presence and practice and received from others. And maybe beyond that, there's also a way, and we could say the sense of support, love, is kind of goes beyond. It's neither given nor received. Because given suggests one who's giving, receiving suggests one who's receiving. But maybe we enter into this field of support, this field of common intention, this field of transformational practice, this field of wisdom, this field of love. Maybe we can enter into it where the idea that I'm giving something or receiving something can all just soften a little bit. And it's just, I don't know, we're just sitting as, we could say as part of this field, but we could even say we are sitting as the whole field. That we recognize, where does this field begin and end? Where does the giving and or receiving begin and end? Or maybe all that can just soften, sitting as a shared field. And so just before we begin meditation together, I'd like to invite you to just sense into that right now, just this field of consciousness, without thinking of consciousness as being something in my head or in my body or anywhere at all. It's the field of your experience. Just settle right now, just a little bit. Settle your attention simply, quietly into the field of being here. And find out in the sensing, just find out a little bit, what qualities does this field have? There's maybe what the sense of personality has. I'm just feeling tired still, or sleepy from the morning, or whatever else. Okay, but all of that can just met in the field. Sounds met in this field. Sensations, thoughts. What's the field itself? This alive field of consciousness, this immediate field of experience. What qualities does it have? And as you sense that, you might further ask, is it possible to intentionally generate qualities in this field? Is it possible to evoke qualities of wakefulness, quality of love, quality of openness or spaciousness, quality of offering, quality of wonder or mystery? This is our field of practice together. And I'll give just a little bit of guidance or encouragement as we sit together for the recognizing and the returning to and the resting in this field, as well as what we could say, the charging of this field with quality of care, love, openness. So please take your seat for meditation. And it's like this then that we practice together. Really consciously set up your posture and settle in to this field of awareness. Settle your attention into your breathing. Being here, like this. Don't worry about stray thoughts. Let them just be like bubbles in the stream of experience. Let them be background. Don't try to control your experience. Just rest into this field of knowing, this field of present moment experience. This field of awareness. Don't try to conceive with this field. It cannot be found, cannot be pointed to. has no center nor any edges, but it's the field in which these sounds of my voice are being heard. It's the field in which your breath is happening. It's the field in which every experience you've ever had has happened. This field of totality. This field that is both mind and world. In these next few minutes, just to keep on sensing this field of presence, awareness, experience. Just keeping returning your gaze, your attention, resting in or resting as this field, an embodied field, an alive field, a present field, a relaxed field. Here, at rest, like this. this field of experience, this field of awareness, which is both within and around, up and down, inwards and outwards. Edgeless and centerless. And right here where everything is met, right here where everything is felt. And as you sit and sense this field, maybe you might imagine that there's a gentle mist that starts to fill this field. A gentle mist, maybe a golden mist. And this golden mist has a warm quality to it, a loving quality to it. So that the sensations that are felt and the sounds that come and go and the thoughts that flicker, they're all touched by this golden mist. They're all met in this honeyed golden light. So that everything that arises is loved. Golden mist. Feeling of gentleness, warmth, care, suffusing the whole space of experience. Colouring everything that arises and passes. Our consciousness, an edgeless field of loving awareness. An edgeless field. An all-inclusive field. A loving field. And let the feeling of this field of awareness, this golden mist, let it all be quite light, simple, effortless. If you notice you get frustrated or distracted in some way, don't let that seem like it's in the way. of sensing this field. Rather, let the frustration, let the distraction, let that be met with loving awareness. There's plenty of room in an open, loving field of awareness for moments of frustration or distraction or confusion or anything else that can arise in your experience. It's all welcome. It's all touched by this golden mist. It's all loved. It's all love. last minutes of the sitting. Softening your attention, softening any trying that might be there. Just gently, again and again, just gently, more and more, just touching into this all-pervasive field of experience without needing to conceive of where it is nor what it is. And just allowing, as it like with this golden mist, allowing the field of your experience to be suffused with tenderness, with ease, with a willingness to care for whatever arises, with the capacity, the innate capacity for loving attention. May we all cultivate loving awareness. May we all reside in and rest in loving awareness. May we all know the true nature, the awakened nature of our own minds and that of everything as pervaded by loving awareness.
Today's podcast is an offering to you from our archive of freely available live daily classes. We make wisdom teachings and meditations as freely available as possible to as many people as wish to practice. You can help ensure we can continue to support a worldwide Sangha by leaving a review wherever you get your podcasts, by sharing this with someone who'd be interested, and by offering a small financial support at sangha.live/donate.